Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Philadelphia EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. I know there's a lot of buzz surrounding the Eagles right now, especially after that nail-biting game against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Eagles managed to edge out a 2017 victory, but what's really caught everyone's attention isn't just the scoreline. It's the controversy, the debate, and the league's latest move that could have serious implications for how the Eagles operate moving forward. And honestly, it's something that every Eagles fan should be paying close attention to because it's about their identity, their style of play, and potentially their chances of making a deep playoff run again this year. Let's back up a little and break down what's happening. So the Eagles have been using a play called the tush push, or as some fans affectionately call it, the brotherly shove. This is a play that's become almost iconic for the Eagles under coach Nick Sirianni, especially with quarterback Jalen leading the charge. Since Sirianni took over in 2022, the Eagles have been running this short yardage play with incredible success, converting it about 97% of the time, which is astonishing. They've used it in critical moments, especially in the red zone and on third and short situations, and it's become a signature move for this team. But what's interesting is that the league has started to notice, and not in a good way. The NFL has recently issued a memo to teams, officials, and everyone involved, signaling that they're going to scrutinize this play more closely. Why? Because there's been some controversy over whether the Eagles' offensive linemen, particularly the ones on the line, are lining up offside or moving early before the snap during these plays. And this isn't just a minor technicality. It's enough to cause some serious questions about fairness and rules enforcement. According to reports, the league's officials are now tasked with paying extra attention to these plays, especially because they involve a tight bunch formation that makes officiating quite challenging. Now I want to clarify something here. This isn't just about the Eagles. The NFL is emphasizing that they want to officiate these plays tight. As Ramon George, the NFL Vice President of Officiating Training and Development, put it, they want to be black and white about the rules, no gray areas, especially when teams are in such close rugby-style formations. But you can imagine the challenge this presents for referees. When players are so close together, and when offensive linemen like Jordan Mailata line up in a way that sometimes looks like they might be jumping the snap, it's a very fine line. And the league is determined to crack down on what they see as potential false starts or illegal movement. In fact, the league's concern isn't just about the Eagles specifically. It's about maintaining the integrity of the game. They want to ensure that all teams are playing by the same rules, especially in these high-stakes situations. But this is where it gets complicated. The Eagles players, like Jordan Mailata and center Cam Jurgens, have voiced their frustrations. Mailata, for instance, mentioned how he's heard a million different takes on the play, and honestly, it's driving him nuts. They're being scrutinized from every angle, and it's clear that the players feel it's unfair. Cam Jurgens has said outright that even with all the extra attention, they're not changing how they operate. They're confident in their play, and they're not going to let the league's new emphasis shake their confidence or routine. And that's a crucial point. The Eagles' offensive line, especially players like Mailata and Jurgens, are aware of the league's focus. But they're also committed to executing their plays with precision, even under increased scrutiny. Jurgens emphasized that they're focusing on what they do best, and they're not going to let external criticism or rules changes alter their game plan. This resilience says a lot about the team's mental toughness and confidence in their scheme. They're also aware that the play is so effective that they're willing to stand their ground. Now let's talk a bit about the broader implications here. The Eagles are entering a crucial part of the season. They're gearing up for a showdown against the Los Angeles Rams, a team that's also had its ups and downs this year but remains a formidable opponent. This is a playoff rematch from last January, and you can bet that both sides will be bringing their best to Lincoln Financial Field. The Rams, led by quarterback Matthew Stafford, have an offense that can be dangerous, but the Eagles' defense has been showing resilience recently. They're looking to tighten up and continue their streak of strong performances. But the real story here isn't just about one game. It's about what this controversy means for the identity of the Eagles. This team, under Sirianni and Hurts, has built a reputation for their innovative and aggressive style of play. The tush push is more than just a short yardage play. It's a symbol of their confidence, their physicality, and their willingness to push the boundaries of traditional football. And now, with the league's increased scrutiny, there's a real question about whether this play will continue to be a weapon for the Eagles or if it will be curtailed by regulation. A lot of fans and analysts believe that the Eagles' success with the brotherly shove has been a game changer, especially in the red zone and third down situations. It's almost become a trademark move, much like the Patriots' use of the fumble rooski or the way the Ravens have used their power run schemes over the years. But it's also a play that's raising debates about the spirit of the game and the rules of engagement. Some critics argue that the play is borderline in terms of legality, especially when it comes to the timing of the snap and the movement of players before the ball is snapped. This controversy isn't just about semantics or technicalities. It's about the balance between innovation and fairness in the NFL. The league wants to prevent teams from gaining an unfair advantage, but at the same time, they don't want to stifle creativity. For the Eagles, this is a defining moment. Will they be able to continue using this play without penalties or scrutiny? Will the league crack down so hard that it forces Sirianni and Hurts to abandon a play that has been so effective? These are questions that will be answered in the coming weeks, and I can tell you that everyone around the NFL is watching closely. Meanwhile, the players themselves remain confident. Jurgens has said that we're not trying to worry about what other teams or people are saying, and that they'll keep doing what they do best. That resilience speaks volumes about this team's mentality. They know who they are and they believe in their skills and scheme. Jordan Mailata, despite the frustration, has also spoken out, emphasizing that he's not lining up offsides intentionally or trying to cheat the system. It's just the nature of such a complex and intense play. And what about the fans? Well, Philly fans are known for their passion, their toughness, and their unwavering support for their team. They love the brotherly shove, and many see it as a symbol of the Eagles' grit and determination. If the league does decide to crack down, there's no doubt that the fans will rally behind their team even more, defending their right to play their style of football. It's a classic example of how passion and tradition can clash with league regulations, but ultimately it's about the heart of the game and what makes Eagles football so special. Looking ahead, the Eagles have a lot on their plate. They're not just fighting for wins, they're fighting for their identity, their style, and their right to innovate. The upcoming game against the Rams is critical, not just for the standings, but for setting a precedent. Will the league's new emphasis on officiating these short yardage plays change the way Sirianni and Hurts approach their game? Or will they find a way to adapt without losing the edge that's made them so successful? Fascinating storyline that adds even more drama and anticipation to an already exciting season. As we watch this unfold, remember that the Eagles have always been a team that pushes boundaries. From their gritty defense to their dynamic offense led by Jalen Hurts, they're never afraid to try something new. The brotherly shove is a perfect example of that. And even with the league's increased focus, I believe the Eagles will continue to find ways to be innovative while respecting the game's integrity. This is what makes them contenders year after year, a team that's willing to adapt, fight, and always stay true to their identity. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to USNTO, the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. Whether it's about the play, the upcoming game, or any other hot topic, I'll be here to keep you informed and engaged. Thanks for watching, and as always, fly Eagles fly.